Blog Talk Radio. Your boy Mike Knox. The game version 1. The best game show on radio. Let's get it.
Your time is up, his time is now. You can't see him, his time is now. Your boy Mike Knox, yeah, he's shining now. The game B1, yeah, his time is now. Your time is up, his time is now. You can't see him, his time is now. The boy Mike Knox, yeah, he's shining now. The game B1, yeah, his time is now. Yo, it's the best damn show on the radio. The game version 1 on your speaker, so here we go. Mike Knox, the triple X hardcore host with the most, is the explosive, most electrifying coast to coast. Get ready for sports, entertainment, and all that. If you don't like the way he brag, you can really fall back. Confidence is what you call that. Every Saturday from 6 to 7, you know that it's on black. World order, belts glisten so heavenly. So if you don't like it, you should listen anyway. From wrestling to sports to the movies, you name it, yo. Mike Knox, the best damn show on the radio.
A couple weeks back, okay, things happen the way they happen, but that's just life, people. Stop complaining. Do something about it. If you don't like the way your life is going, do me a favor. Outkast told you about 17 years ago. Get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high. Get up, get out, and get something. Don't sit back trying to worry about mine. Listen, people, we got right now. Stand on your goddamn feet. Jeremiah Riggs!
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing, sir?
Man, we're doing good, man. Just chilling like a villain, dude.
I bet you are. Listen, last time we tried to talk to you, man, you was out there catching frogs.
Man, we went a little early last time, and we actually gotten some bad receptions, but I think we're gonna probably give it a shot again later on tonight. But I'm just doing the thing up here in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Just been, just hanging loose, bro.
That's what's going on. Listen, I first want to say thank you for coming on. I am being honest with you when I say this. It's an honor to have you on.
Man, I appreciate it. Ditto, man. It's nice to be on the show, man. I've actually, since I've talked to you, I've done a little bit of following you. You're a wild man on the mic, man, and it's just nice to be on the show.
Man, it's nice to have. Look, I tell everybody, Jeremiah, get with me now while I'm free, because I'm going to blow up. You know what I'm saying? And I will change. But listen, this isn't about me. This is about you, okay, guys? For those who don't know, and you should know, first of all, he was the standout performer on this past season of WWE's Tough Enough. Okay, he did not make it. They said that, for those who don't know, they called him Green. Okay, Green in the wrestling profession means he was new to the business. He didn't know much as some of the other guys knew. But he clearly still had the athleticism, or should I say that? Is that a word? Yeah, it's a word now because it came out of my mouth.
That's a word now.
Okay.
You make it up. I say it all the time.
He had the athleticism to keep lasting and lasting to the final three. Okay, also, guys, WWE had to make him now. You've spent time in the UFC, and through the Strike Force, to the Bellator organization. Yep. Okay, so you do some MMA. They were trying to take your MMA world into the wrestling world. First question off the bat: how was that transition for you?
To me, I think the transition was, and it's like I say, when I say easy, not saying that it's an easy thing to do. I'm just saying the transition from one to the other. I think that the background and all the skills set that I had with MMA, all the tools that I brought to the table was definitely a thing that helped me to not only learn but to watch and listen and actually notice step by step what was going on. There's a lot of things that on Tough Enough where Bill always said he's shoving 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag, and I get that. I mean, with me, from the moment I stepped in the door, time was against me whenever they signed me on. I mean, it was all time against me. But just from being an athlete, and actually from MMA, in mixed martial arts, you're learning so much in a small period of time. You have to really pay attention to detail. And I think that the transition actually was easy just because of of course, from a little bit of the wrestling base I already had, I understood the concepts of what was going on.
Okay. So is it fair to say that because you had not maybe been there, in wrestling profession like others, that you found it kind of maybe difficult? I mean, you said it was a little easy, but when it came down to it, did it become more difficult for you?
Well, I'll tell you, I'll put it more like this. Everything I was learning was new. So actually, I think it was better for me because I didn't have anything. I wasn't falling into like old set skills, meaning that once I learned something, I wasn't so used to doing something one certain way that when they changed it up for a lot of people, it got confusing. Once I learned it, I was learning everything the right way, so there was no mistake as far as me doing it. At like, in other words, say if I knew a move and then all of a sudden they changed what I knew, then I wasn't getting mixed up and saying, oh, man, I keep going back to the old me. It was all new. It was all new. It was what I mean by what I'm saying is difficult is like the sport. It's not easy. Not everybody can do this. I mean, there's been plenty of mixed martial artists that's tried to go over, plenty of wrestlers that tried to. I mean, so, like I say, I mean, it's almost like a 1 percentile that I think I fall in that has been able to shine on a level. Not saying, oh, well, I was there. Not only I was there. I mean, I think I bounced the building down.
Right. I have to honestly. I have to say the same thing. This is why I said to me and a couple of my constituents, that's the BWO for those who don't know, we kind of all felt the same way, that you were one of the standout competitors that was on the show. Okay. You brought the rawness to the business, but what I personally loved about it was that you wasn't afraid to take risk. And to me, it's a competition. You have to take risks to be a standout, to look, so the guys can look at you and the girls, Trish Stratus, that is, what a woman, may I add. Woo! You got to work with her every day. Did she ever put you in a headlock? I'm just curious.
Man, I'd like to see her put me in a triangle more than a headlock.
I definitely, head scissor all the way, okay?
Yeah,
definitely.
Exactly.
Trish Stratus is definitely a thin. But, okay, so.
Even going, I mean, not cutting you up, but even going back to the note where you just said is not afraid to mess up. The thing about it with me is I really wasn't worried about what Bill and them guys were. If I messed up, good for me, because you can't be afraid to mess up whenever they're there to teach you. So, I mean, a lot of people, they don't want to mess up because they don't want to look bad. Well, the thing about it is if you're not messing up, you're not learning.
I definitely agree with that. So, are you still trying to get into the business, or have you focused your attention back on the world of MMA?
No, actually, I mean, once I was full blown this. I mean, I have a really, really, 100%, wanting to pursue the career, because I mean, like I said, you go into this, it's 100%. I didn't go in here just thinking, oh, I'm here for tea. I know I was there for a competition to win a contract to get into the business, to actually be the next superstar that they were looking for. I didn't come in here for I'm not wasting their time, and I sure wasn't trying to have them waste mine. In other words, I came in here, and I would love. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Besides everything's going, I'm still looking forward to WWE or TNA. Something. I mean, if I ain't in the top, then to be honest with you, I don't believe there's no way. If you're not doing the top of what you're at the top of your game, then I don't believe. I'm not settling for anything less.
So you wouldn't settle for TNA, Ring of Honor, CZW, ECWA, NWA? You wouldn't settle for none of those organizations?
Not saying like that, but I mean just saying, I want to be, definitely it'd be WWE, TNA top. That's top of the list. But, that's not counting out saying, hey, if I went to, OVW or whoever, that's just, it's a part of the game. I understand the game. I'm not saying like, hey, I'm John Cena or nobody. I ain't saying I can't be on that level. You get what I'm saying.
I understand.
A lot to learn, but you set your goals. The goal is to be there.
You should have your goals set to go grab the championship from the beginning. Anything less, then why are you in this business at all? And exactly. I understand that. So can we add? I'm going to ask you a question. A lot of rumors out there saying that you did have an FCW contract after Tough Enough. A lot of you guys did. Now, I had your partner in crime on a couple of weeks ago, Eric Watts, on. He said no. For him, that's not the case. For you, do you have a contract with FCW?
No, not at all. I went there. I've been to FCW, but no, I'm not. I do not have a contract with them at all. I know a lot of people. There's a lot of talk about out there. A lot of talk that hey, he signed here. I think he's gonna go here. But no. I mean that's the one thing I'm straight up with everybody, all my fans, and everything. No, I don't have a contract.
Okay. Are you still pursuing one, or all right, are you pursuing one? Obviously you are. Let me say that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you
exactly.
wrestling part-time at local indie shows or nation indie shows and things like that to hone your craft?
No, actually I'm not. I'm keeping in touch with my mentor, Dutch Mantell, and I'm in the gym, staying up on my weight and call, I'm staying in shape and everything. And but no, I have not been doing any ring time. I ain't saying that, hey, I don't need it. It's just, right now, I'm kind of going through your options and just seeing what's next or what can or cannot happen.
Okay, now some would say to get yourself back in the door, you should be wrestling at some of these other indie federations. You know what I mean? You should do so that way you can hone your craft, continue to get your in-ring ability going. So you're staying away from that when we've just openly said that maybe your in-ring, experience, not skill, experience should continue.
No, I'm not homing away from that at all, not one bit. It's just, from talking to like Dutch or my agent and stuff like that, I'm just, just seeing like, hey, where's the best fit for me to go if I'm going to go to one of these places, or what should we do? Do you want to get on this show or show? So we are definitely talking to a few people and stuff like that. Not saying I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to like mention who that is or whatever, but yeah, definitely I'm keeping it in the.
Well, Jeremiah, you're in the barbershop, okay? You've been in the barbershop before, and I know your country, but you've been in the black barbershop before too. There's no rules. Who are we talking about right here?
Well, I've gotten in touch with the Ring of Honor, of course. Okay. They're right on up there. I know that they're actually looking at having a big deal, a big TV deal and stuff like that. I mean, they're working with lots of big people. And I mean, like I said, if they're interested, which we've back and forth with seeing hey, what's their program like and stuff like that. And like I said, this is all new to me, so I'm actually just trying to see, what's what and where, like I said, where the best fit for me is going to be at.
Okay. Now, I personally want to see you get a chance, an opportunity, like you said, to grab the big lights, the city lights, and take that ball and run with it. I personally think I like what I saw on Tough Enough. I thought your personality was real. I thought it came across as being real. I mean, come on. How many people out there can say, I was a truck driver. I'm from Mississippi. I got family from Pascagoula, Mississippi, okay? So I can understand being from the country, you know what I'm saying, in the Army, you know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, 1st Battalion, MMA fighter. You're living pretty much the American dream. So I definitely want to see you get that opportunity to grab the ball and get the chance to run with it. So I had a question from the chat room. Have you had the chance? Have you got a call back from the WWE at all?
I actually went up there, it's been 2 weeks ago maybe, and actually did another tryout at the FCW. I don't know if you've seen about, I posted up an article about being there and everything, and, I know a lot of people things are good and bad or what's coming out of it, but, like I said, I'm a real person, and I'm not going to stray away from the truth, because the truth, it is what it is, no matter if, if something good or bad comes out of it, it's no more than everybody wondering, hey, I think why ain't they doing something with you, this, that, and that? Well, I'll spill the beans and tell you what exactly happened, and then you can kind of be your own judge on what you think about that.
Was there any? Do you feel And before I answer some questions from the $1 million audience, that maybe some politics took play in why you were not the winner?